Hey all, welcome to ShareTrack. This is Raj here, and I'm looking different because I've got a little bit of a stubble out here. I need to go to Costco to get razors. Till then, I'm just going to be like this, so please bear with me. Today I want to talk about what's happening in the stock market. I had published a video yesterday on QQQ and the triple bottom, and someone definitely wrote back saying that there's a whole lot of optimism in this kind of environment. So I agree, because technicals are half the story. Fundamentals always trump the technicals. So let us see how it goes. But it seems like the NASDAQ futures are looking positive. We had two genomic companies which came out with good results, and as a result, their shares spurted a lot. So a lot of good things happening out there, and I think that probably we have come to an end of the interest rate hike cycle, and therefore, if the interest rates are going to stay steady or go down, both are likely to be positive, because if they stay steady, the market is already getting used to it. So we'll be back to neutral grounds, and if they start going down, then it will be like market on steroids. So already I can see a few of my holdings are looking green. I don't want to take the profits yet, because there's a long way for them to go further up. So I'm thinking, I'm feeling a bit optimistic at this point of time. I'd like to hear from you. Put it in the comments. With that said, let's get started. Well, friends, I would like to start off by looking at the TradingView platform. I want to go through the indices and then go to the genomic stocks and wind it up saying what I think is likely to happen for tomorrow. With that, let's get to the TradingView platform. Welcome back, friends. So here we are in our TradingView platform, and I'm looking at the NASDAQ futures. And if you see in this chart, each of these candles are a one day candle, and you can see that we are traveling on this bull channel. We got bounced off here yesterday. Again, today also we are above this, and we have touched on this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it's a pretty strong bull channel. If I was to zoom out and give you a full perspective, we were on this bear channel riding all the way down. Then we started having higher lows, and then we had the triple bottom, and now we are on our way up. So with that said, I think I'm feeling optimistic, and I'm hoping that we are going to go up. But if you look at the MACD out here, you will see that the MACD is bearish, and it has to move towards the signal line, which it's not doing right now. But the momentum is definitely looking positive. It's above average and pointed upwards. So I'm thinking that's going to be a positive going forward. Now let's quickly look at the indices, and I'm going to QQQ because that's where we had the triple bottom. This was the triple bottom that we spoke about. And this is the bull channel on which we are. We have had 3 straight days of drops, and tomorrow I am expecting that we'll turn around. And at this point of time, the MACD is bearish, and the momentum is above average but flat. With that said, let's go and have a look at our market movers. So we have Amazon, which was up 0.34%. It's still above the support channel out here, but just consolidating, but still on a bull channel. And if you are to look at Apple has come up with good results in terms of buyback, and that's definitely going to reflect on the share tomorrow, in my opinion. And we have seen that Apple has breached the bull channel out here, and now this has become a resistance. But let me go closer and have a look. No, we are still above this diagonal line of resistance. We are just about closed above it. So I'm hopeful that tomorrow we're going to continue with our upward movement. And then we have Google, which is down. It bounced off perfectly from the support line of 105.06. As you can see here, MACD is bearish and momentum is just above average. And then if we go and have a look at Microsoft was up 0.33%. We have a gap fill to be done, so I'm worried that it may come down. But there's a good deal of consolidation happening out here. There's a lot of support that is available to Microsoft at somewhere around 304.26 level. So it's continuing to stay there in a narrow range. I'm hoping for the best out here, because MACD is absolutely bullish. Momentum is also pretty strong, and RSI has plenty of room to go. And then we are also going to get the dividend on 17th of May. So people might buy it for the dividend and then sell it later on. So there'll be a little bit of accumulation of the value of the dividend onto the stock for the short term. So those things may play out here in the next few days, in my opinion. And of course, I have to look at FNG, which is my favorite triple X leveraged FANG index microsector stock ETF. And in that, I can see that there's a growth of 2.68%, and it's being fueled by Apple, Meta, Google, those stocks. And it went all the way up to 96.62 and was pushed down, but it was a strong performance out here for the day, and we are still on the bull channel. So I'm optimistic that we are going to move the same direction, and our momentum is above average, pointed upwards, and also MACD is traveling towards the signal line. So I'm hopeful that a positive outcome for tomorrow will be in the cards. Now let us go on to genomics, and I'm just going to look at NTLA first. NTLA has done amazing. It's gathered 13.14%, and there is some news out here. NTLA Therapeutics Q1 loss narrows revenue gains, and that's the reason why the share has spurted. Analysts surveyed by Capital IQ expected a $1.38 loss per share, and they came with a net loss of 1.17 per share. So that's really positive news, and it also expands their cash runway as a result of that. And the collaboration revenue for the quarter ended March 31 was 12.6 million, up from 11.3 million the last year. And as of March 31, cash and cash equivalents and marketable securities stood at 1.2 billion, down from 1.3 billion in the previous quarter. So their cash burn has also reduced a little bit. So overall, that shows positive movement, and that's why the share has gained 13.14%. At this point of time, RSI is shy of being overbought, and MACD is bullish. And as you can see here, EPS is 1.17 against 1.40. It's a surprise of 16% positive. And revenue has a surprise of 6.53% positive. They came in at 12.60 as against the estimate of 11.83. That's the story of NTLA today. Those who have NTLA had a great day today. And of course, we had to look at the volumes. The volumes were decent. It was not spectacular. But when you look at Allogene, volumes were spectacular, and there was a gain of 12.76% for Allogene. And if we look at the news out here, it says that Stefan Nicholas adjusts Allogene Therapies price target from 7.5 to 8, maintains a hold rating. So this is not the reason for the jump. Okay, here we have Allogene's Q1 loss wider than expected, sales miss. So this is a negative, but there must be some positive nugget in here which made it move up. So Allogene Therapeutics incurred a loss of 68 cents per share in the first quarter, wider than the ZAC consensus estimate of 63 cents and 60 cents respectively in the year ago quarter. The company reported a loss of 56. So the losses have gone up per share. Allo recorded revenues of 0.05 million during the quarter, missing consensus estimate, and they were down 14.8% year over year. Shares of Allogene have lost 9.1% so far compared to 6.4% of the industry. R&D expenses were 80.2 million, up 33.4% from a year ago level. General and administration expenses declared 5.1% year over year. Of course, that's the one positive nugget I can see here, which is going to push the runway longer. Allogene had 514 million cash equivalents in investments as of 31st March 2023, compared to 576.5 million as of December 31, 2022. Cash balance is going down. 2023 guidance, this could be a place where we see something positive. Allogene anticipates operating expenses for the full year to be approximately 340 million, down from the previous guidance of 50 million. So they are saving 10 millions out here. Cash burn for 2023 is expected to be approximately 230 million, down from previous guidance of 250. So again, cash burn also is going down by 20 million. And based on this projection, management expects to have a cash runway up to second quarter of 2025. So that's an extension. Pipeline update. Allogene has 6 pipeline candidates in the early stages of clinical development, including 5 allo CAR T cell therapy candidates. The MAB candidate Allo 647 is part of the lymphodepletion regimen, which is likely to increase the potency of allogenic CAR T cell therapies during the first quarter. Management stated the phase 2 expand study to demonstrate the contribution of Allo 647 to the standard fludarabine and cyclophosphamide lymphodepletion regimen. And Allogene plans to utilize Allo 647 in all its clinical studies to enable the expansion and persistence of Allo CAR T candidates. So this MAB candidate is a game changer for Allogene because this will be gentle conditioner as compared to the more rough conditioners that are currently being used. And if Allogene succeeds with this and it's using it for all its other therapy for conditioning, then other therapies will also have a much more positive effect. So I think that's the reason why things are getting better. But I'm going to study more about Allogene and come back to you with a definitive video later on. But I'm really touched by the fact that it has got heavy volumes, which are pushing this huge increase of 12.76%. And RSI is overbought, and MACD is absolutely bullish. So there should be a bit of consolidation tomorrow. And as you can see, we had rightly pointed a resistance at 6.53, which has pushed us down, and we just stopped just below that. So that was the next big thing out there. The next stock I want to talk about is Editas. So we have jumped directly to Editas. And yesterday someone was asking me in the comment section, what do you think about Editas? And I was saying that it's just going to amble along until it gets some approvals or something. But we had this bullish pennant out here. And for the first time, we have broken above the bullish pennant. So I'm going to convert this line of resistance into a line of support. And I'm hoping that we go forward and challenge this line of resistance out here. And I'm going to make this a bit thicker so that you can see. So it's sitting at 9.65, so that's our next resistance. We have plenty of room in the RSI, and the MACD is also bullish. So things are looking good out here. And our earnings are also coming up shortly on the 5th of May. So if the earnings news comes in positive, then I think that we will still have I think by 5 May, you can still have a situation where people say that buy the rumor and sell the news. That could be the situation out here. So there is a run-up. In run-up to the earnings, we are seeing a lot of bullish action. So hopefully we live up to the hype and the earnings come out well. It's coming on the 5th of May. EPS is expected to be negative 0.784 cents, and revenue is expected to be 3.285 million. So anything short of this means that the share price is going to fall back down again. Next up, we have Schrodinger. And you can see huge volume spike and also a positive move out here of around 3.33%. So it's a nice healthy sign, and we also have momentum going up and plenty of room for the RSI to before it becomes overbought. So there's plenty of juice out here, and MACD is also moving towards the signal line. And the reason it's going up is because it has reported better earnings results, and its loss has reduced. And also one of the other themes probably affecting this share is that it uses AI for drug discovery, and anything that is related to AI these days is always on the top. So probably it could be the AI effect which is sort of pushing it from here. And I think we saw that with Microsoft when they announced ChatGPT, and then Google tried to get into the game, and everybody now is getting into AI. NVIDIA is another stock which has benefited from that. So there is a possibility, I suspect, that the AI factor is still there in Schrodinger. And then we can look at Caribou. It's still consolidating. PSEB has done extremely well, and we have seen, I recently made a video on PSEB, so I don't have much to talk about here. But overall, I'm really gratified to note that we are above the line of support out here, the diagonal line of support. And also we are trying to negotiate resistance at 12.36. There's plenty of juice in the tank, and this share is going to move further up tomorrow. That's my opinion. And Verve is also done okay. And yeah, so that kind of brings me to end of the roundup. But before I go, I'd like to look at Illumina, which is plumbing new depths. And they need to have the management fights also resolved. They need to resolve the Grail issue. They're just going down, down, and down. And now we are in a situation where I think we still have opportunity to go down further. I'm just scrolling this out to show you that on the momentum chart, at times we have gone way below to 25.63. So there is plenty of scope for Illumina to go down further before it comes up, and it's also possible that it may bounce on the bottom here and then go back up again. Both the things are on the card, but when I look at the MACD, it's bearish, and overall the affairs of the company is not good and the overall economy is not great. So I think Illumina has to come out of all this before it destroys even more value. So that's about all I got for today. Well, friend, that's all I got for today, and I'll catch up with you again. If you liked the video, please press a like out there. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll catch up with you again. Bye for now.